Best way to play all the Breeders' Cup action, and all the action is through NYRA Head to NYRABets.com, use the promo code CUP25, free $25 Breeders' Cup play, as well as a $200 deposit match. The Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, the dirt races, especially on Breeders' Cup Saturday, did not come up particularly strong and competitive, and it's yet another race that features a very strong favorite, in this case a favorite I am not going to try to beat, and that is Life is Good. As we take a look at the field for the Dirt Mile, Life is Good, to me, is one of the best horses in the country. I'm not going to go on to a big rant about why I think the Dirt Mile has diluted races like the Sprint and the Classic, and Life is Good is taking this route, and we'll see if next year he takes a stronger route towards the Classic. Life is Good got the job done in the Kelso last time, and it was a very workmanlike win for him. And he showed that he can rate a little bit and go a more modest pace, and the figure's more a factor of the fact that the pace was slow. And this was a useful step in the Breeders' Cup. He has been brilliant in his other races. I think the best race he ran ever was his loss to Jackie's Warrior as the prohibitive favorite in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. He's coming off of a near 6-month layoff, setting crazy wicked pace, and just getting beat by Jackie's Warrior after Mike Smith let him drift out in that race. And we've seen he doesn't need to drift, as he was very, very kind towards the inside. We'll see. Is the Japanese runner Jasper Prince going to show a lot of speed in this race like he showed in last year's Breeders' Cup Sprint? We'll see. I'd like to see Irad Ortiz put his pedal to the metal and just try to wire this field. He's fast. He's dangerous. He is too good for these horses, and he is one of the real stars running on this Breeders' Cup card. Not a big price, not one I'm trying to beat. I respect Silver State, though, and I think that he is the likeliest second-place finisher in this race, and I like the fact that he's cutting back a little bit to the mile. Now, he ran a mile last time out, but I thought that his Parx Dirt Mile is actually the best race in a lot of ways he's run, even though he didn't win it, because he broke about a length and a half slowly, and he just didn't get that same absolutely perfect trip that he's gotten in so many of his races. Now, I think that Ricardo Santana gave him a terrific ride after breaking slowly, but he gave up a lot to his competition. Yes, he had the race won, and he hung a little bit in the money, no doubt about it. But you've got a horse that's consistently faced the best horse in the country, and I really think this mile distance is going to suit him perfectly. The same mile he ran, the Met Mile, and he was victorious. So that was one turn, this is two, and I wish this Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile could be run at races like tracks like Churchill and Belmont or Aqueduct, where they can run the one-turn miles. But be that as it may, Silver State has run well at 2 turns, and I just think he's the likeliest one to pick up the pieces for second behind the very talented Life is Good, and I prefer him to Ginobili. Big a fan as I am of Ginobili, a very, very nice horse who's come to hand, I just don't think that he has run as well as Life is Good. And he's a more forward horse. When he's been effective in these races, which includes his win in the Grade 2 Pat O'Brien that we'll look at here, he's been a bit forward. Now, he can't run with Life is Good. So the question is, can he pick him up? Well, he's going to be effective in here if Life is Good doesn't run his race. It's as simple as that. Is 8 Rings, who finished 4th in this race and came back with a win against Lesser, going to use his speed? Bob Baffert trains 8 Rings. Bob Baffert used to train Life is Good. Is he going to send this horse hard against Life is Good? Make his life not so good in the front end? I don't know. We'll see if that happens. I'm a little bit skeptical. I respect Ginobili. He's clearly improved in his last 2 starts for Richard Baltas, and another step forward gives him a chance in this race, especially if Life is Good doesn't run his best race. I think Todd Pletcher's going to get Life is Good to run his best race, and it's going to be too good for the field in the Dirt Mile. Life is Good over Silver State. Ginobili is my 3rd choice in here, and the number 7, Snapper Sinclair, will close out the superfecta for me. I'm looking forward to Life is Good, but he's a short price. He's one I'll lean on heavily in multi-race bets, pretty much single, not trying to beat him. Going to play it through NYRA Bets, as are you. Head over to NYRABets.com. If you're not a member, use the promo code CUP25. Free $25 Breeders' Cup play, as well as a $200 deposit match.